Do you want to know how much time you have left once you pass 70? It's a question many think about, even if they never say it out loud. After 70, every year starts to feel more precious, and every choice carries more weight. Some people in their 70s feel intense, sharp, and full of life. Others begin to slow down, dealing with fatigue, joint pain, or unexpected health issues. What makes the difference? Often it's found in a few key signs, minor, subtle signals your body is already giving you. They're not guesses, and they're not myths. These are patterns observed by doctors and researchers who have studied people who live long, vibrant lives well into their 80s, 90s, and beyond. In this video, we will talk about 7 signs that can help you understand how long you may live after 70. And more importantly, what you can do to improve those odds. Stay with me, because what you discover today could help you shape a longer, healthier tomorrow. One of the strongest predictors of how long you'll live after 70 isn't hidden in your DNA or locked inside your medical records. It's something much simpler, and you do it every day. It's your walking speed. Studies have shown that seniors who maintain a steady, confident pace tend to live longer, healthier lives than those who slow down significantly. That's because walking speed reflects more than just movement. It's connected to muscle strength, cardiovascular health, and brain function. Think about 2 men, both 75 years old. Michael walks every morning with a steady rhythm. He crosses streets without hesitation, climbs stairs easily, and moves with balance and confidence. On the other hand, Franklin has slowed down over the past few years. He takes more breaks, struggles to keep up with others, and sometimes feels unsteady. While Michael's pace reflects a body that's still resilient and strong, Franklin's slower steps could signal deeper health concerns, like muscle weakness, circulation issues, or early signs of neurological decline. Your legs are your foundation. Your entire sense of stability and independence can start to fade when they weaken. But here's the good news. Walking speed is something you can improve. Simple actions like taking more daily walks, doing light leg exercises, or using small weights can help rebuild strength and restore confidence in your stride. So pay attention to your pace. It's more than just a way to get from one place to another. It may be one of the most transparent windows into how long and well you'll continue moving through life. Sign number 2. Grip strength. Surprisingly, the strength of your handshake can reveal more about your future than you might think. Researchers have identified grip strength as a powerful indicator of overall vitality in older adults. It reflects your muscle condition, nervous system function, and cardiovascular health. A firm, steady grip suggests resilience and energy, while a weakening grip can be a subtle signal of frailty, muscle loss, and a higher risk of illness or injury. Let's look at 2 men in their late 70s. William has always maintained a firm grip. He enjoys lightweight lifting, easily opens jars, and never struggles to carry his groceries. His hands reflect the strength he still holds in the rest of his body. Joseph, on the other hand, has started noticing a change. Tasks that used to feel easy, like turning a doorknob or lifting a bag, now require more effort. He doesn't realize that his fading grip strength may be pointing to declining muscle mass, increased risk of falls, and reduced independence. Your hands are more than just tools for daily life. They're a mirror of your internal strength. How well you hold on to. Things today might tell you how well you'll hold on to life in the coming years. The good news is you can build it back. Simple exercises like squeezing a tennis ball, using a hand gripper, or carrying light weights can help restore your grip and protect your strength. If you find this video helpful, comment with the number 2 below to let me know you're still watching. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you don't miss the next insights. Let's keep going. Sign number 3. Balance. Balance isn't something most people think much about until they start to lose it. But your ability to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds is one of the strongest indicators of how long you may live. Researchers have found that seniors who struggle with balance are more likely to experience falls, injuries, and even cognitive decline. On the other hand, those who can maintain stability well into their 70s and beyond tend to live longer, healthier lives. Take Carol and Nancy, both in their early 70s. Carol has always made movement a priority. She walks daily, practices yoga, and can easily lift one foot off the ground, holding it steady for several seconds. Nancy, however, hasn't paid much attention to her balance. When she tries to stand on one leg, she starts to wobble almost immediately, often needing to grab furniture or walls to steady herself. She doesn't realize that this isn't just a minor inconvenience. It's a warning sign. Balance relies on strong leg muscles, a responsive nervous system, and a healthy brain. Losing it may be your body's way of signaling that something deeper is changing. But like many things, balance can be improved. Simple exercises such as standing on one foot for a few seconds each day, walking heel to toe across the room, or practicing light Tai Chi can help restore your coordination and prevent future falls. Why not try this test right now? Stand up and lift one foot slightly off the ground. Can you hold it for 10 seconds without grabbing onto anything? If not, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. Because the stronger your balance is today, the steadier your future will be. Now, let's move on to the next sign. Sign number 4. Sleep patterns. How well you sleep at night says more about your health than you might realize. Sleep isn't just about rest, it's about repair. During deep, uninterrupted sleep, your body restores itself, strengthens the immune system, and clears out toxins from the brain. For people over 70, maintaining consistent, high-quality sleep is strongly linked to better memory, stable blood pressure, and longer life expectancy. Let's look at two men in their mid-70s. Charles has a regular bedtime, sleeps around 7 hours each night, and wakes up feeling refreshed. He rarely wakes at night and generally has steady energy throughout the day. Donald, on the other hand, has trouble falling asleep. He wakes up multiple times at night, and even after 8 hours in bed, he feels tired, foggy, and irritable in the morning. Donald may not realize that his sleep troubles aren't just frustrating, they could be silently affecting his long-term health. Chronic sleep disruption has been linked to cognitive decline, heart disease, and a weakened immune system. Over time, it can increase inflammation in the body, make it harder to manage stress, and even contribute to high blood pressure and depression. Suppose you wake up often, tossing and turning or feeling exhausted despite sleeping through the night. In that case, your body might be telling you something important. The good news is that sleep quality can improve. Reducing screen time before bed, keeping a consistent sleep schedule, and getting natural sunlight early in the day can all support a healthier circadian rhythm. Avoiding caffeine late in the day and limiting heavy evening meals can also make a big difference. Tonight, pay close attention to how you sleep. Does your rest feel restorative, or are you just lying in bed? The better your sleep today, the stronger and more resilient you'll be in the years ahead. Sign number 5, appetite and eating habits. How you eat after 70 can quietly reflect what's happening deep inside your body. A healthy appetite and balanced meals help maintain energy, preserve muscle, and support your immune system. But a sudden decline in hunger or a shift toward poor eating habits may be our body's warning, sign that something isn't quite right. Margaret and Susan are both 74 years old. Margaret still enjoys preparing her meals. She eats various whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats, and maintains a steady, healthy weight. She looks forward to meals and feels energized throughout the day. On the other hand, Susan has noticed that her appetite just isn't what it used to be. She often skips meals and snacks on processed foods and has unintentionally lost weight over the past year. She doesn't realize that this subtle change could have a much larger impact. When your appetite fades, your nutrient intake often drops without you even noticing. Your body stops getting what it needs to maintain strength. Before long, it starts breaking down muscle. This leads to weakness, frailty, an increased risk of falls, slower recovery, and even a weaker immune system. Over time, unintentional weight loss or chronic undereating can accelerate aging more than you might expect. The solution isn't to force large meals. It's about choosing nutrient-dense foods in manageable portions. Focus on whole foods rich in protein, fiber, and healthy fats. Cook with fresh ingredients. Eat mindfully. If you feel full too quickly, disinterested in meals, or notice changes in your weight or energy, don't ignore it. These may be your body's way of saying it needs more support. How you eat today directly affects how strong, independent, and resilient you'll be in the years to come. Sign number 6. Stress management. We all face stress, but how we handle it after 70 can make a profound difference in how we age. Chronic stress doesn't just affect your mood, it impacts nearly every system in your body. It weakens your immune response, raises inflammation, and increases your risk for heart disease, memory problems, and other age-related conditions. Simply put, chronic stress accelerates aging. Consider Andrew and Jeffrey, both 76 years old. Andrew has faced his share of challenges, health scares, financial worries, family tension, but he's learned how to manage them. He practices deep breathing, goes for short walks, and makes time to laugh with friends. He stays grounded by focusing on what he can control. Jeffrey, on the other hand, holds on to every worry. He ruminates over minor problems, feels overwhelmed often, and struggles to let things go. Over time, that constant tension begins to take a toll on his sleep, blood pressure, energy levels, and even outlook on life. Stress triggers a chain reaction in the body. It releases hormones that increase inflammation, tighten blood vessels, and make it harder to repair cellular damage. Left unchecked, that stress can quietly wear you down in ways you don't always see immediately. But there are simple things you can do. Deep breathing for just a few minutes daily can lower your heart rate and calm your nervous system. Gentle meditation or mindfulness practices help you stay present. Even something as simple as laughing more often or spending time with someone who lifts your spirit can make a real difference. And when life gets overwhelming, try to focus on what's in your control rather than what isn't. How you manage stress today can shape how strong, calm, and clear-headed you'll be tomorrow and in the many years to come. Sign number 7. Social connections. The strength of your social connections after 70 may be one of the most evident signs of how long and well you'll live. Study after study has shown that people who maintain strong relationships with friends, family, or the community tend to live longer, stay healthier, and experience better mental well-being. On the other hand, social isolation and loneliness are now considered serious health risks, increasing the chances of heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, and even early death. Let's look at Dorothy and Judith, both 78 years old. Dorothy makes an effort to stay socially active. She catches up with old friends, participates in a local gardening club, and talks to her children regularly. She smiles more, laughs often, and feels connected to the world around her. Judith, however, spends most of her time alone. She's lost touch with many friends and finds it harder to reach out. Though she has family, the conversations are rare. Over time, she begins to feel more isolated, and her energy, mood, and motivation all decline. The human connection does more than lift our spirits. It keeps our brains active, reduces stress, and helps regulate the hormones that affect everything from inflammation to immune function. Relationships don't just bring happiness, they promote survival. The good news is that building or rebuilding connections doesn't have to be complicated. Start small. Call an old friend. Join a group that shares your interests, whether it's walking, books, or music. Make it a point to talk to someone every day. Even brief, meaningful conversations can have a powerful effect on your emotional and physical health. Now that you've learned these 7 signs, take a moment to reflect. Are you moving through life with strength and confidence? Or have you noticed subtle changes that might tell you it's time to adjust? The way you walk, the strength in your hands, and your ability to stay balanced are not just physical traits. They're clues. Your sleep quality, appetite, response to stress, and social connections all quietly shape the years ahead. And the most powerful truth is this: most of these signs can be improved. They're not fixed. They're not final. They're invitations, opportunities to take small steps toward better health, stronger habits, and more vibrant life. You don't need a dramatic transformation. You need to start where you are. Add an extra walk to your day. Strengthen your grip. Practice standing on one leg. Set a bedtime and protect it. Reach out to someone you haven't spoken to in a while. And when stress shows up, meet it with calm, not fear. Your future isn't set in stone. It's shaped by the choices you make today, and every step you take, no matter how small, can make a lasting difference in how strong, connected, and alive you feel tomorrow. We'd love to hear from you if you found this video helpful. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your own life. Your voice matters, and your story may help someone else take their first step too. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Your support helps us continue creating content that informs and inspires, because in the end, it's not just about living long, but living well.